Hello and welcome to my channel. Today, I bring you a very special story called The Flower and the Stone, a tale about friendship, empathy, and the beauty we can find in the most unexpected places. So find a cozy spot, sit back, relax, and let yourself be carried away by this heartwarming story. The Flower and the Stone. Once upon a time, in a hidden region tucked between blue mountains and crystal-clear rivers, there was a beautiful valley filled with life. Birds of many colors soared through the skies, deer roamed freely, bees buzzed from flower to flower, and countless plants painted the fields with vibrant hues. Among them lived a small but brightly colored flower named Lila. She grew in a sunny patch of the meadow and was cheerful, curious, and full of life. Every morning, she greeted the sun and the butterflies who visited her. But not far from Lila, at the top of a small hill, stood a large, silent gray stone, known to the valley as Grumo. Grumo was firm, still and cold. No one really spoke to him. Birds didn't perch on him, and other plants stayed away, saying his shadow was too heavy, his presence too quiet, too distant. One day, after a violent storm shook the valley, strong winds tore Lila from her place. Her delicate roots couldn't hold her, and she was swept away until she landed at the base of a stone. At first, Lila was afraid and sad. The earth here was drier, the sunlight dimmer. She looked up at the stone, feeling small and alone. "What will I do now?" she whispered sadly. "There's not enough sun here. No bees will visit me." Grumo, who rarely spoke, heard her soft voice. Something stirred inside him, something ancient, something long forgotten. After a long pause, he rumbled in a deep, slow voice. "Even in the shade, beautiful things can still grow." Lila was surprised. A talking stone. She had never heard that before. Intrigued, she began to ask questions. "Were you ever young? Do you feel the wind? Do you ever get lonely?" Grumo smiled inwardly. No one had shown interest in him for years, maybe centuries. So began a conversation that stretched across days and then weeks. Lila spoke of sunlight, the hum of bees, the scents of other flowers. Grumo, in turn, spoke of centuries gone by, of trees that had risen and fallen, of rains that whispered in 1,000 languages. Little by little, a deep friendship began to bloom. Lila grew used to the shade and, with Grumo's help, found moisture within his cracks. Grumo, for the first time, felt warmth, not from the sun, but from within. The flower had awakened a life he didn't know he still had. Then one day, a worse storm arrived, ferocious winds, a raging river, a landslide from the mountains. Flowers were swept away, trees lost limbs, and the valley changed shape. Lila trembled in fear. Her roots were weak. She could feel the wind trying to take her once again. "I'll be torn away!" she cried. But Grumo shifted slightly. With great effort, he formed a small hollow between his cracks, a pocket of protection. "I won't let you go," Grumo said. "You taught me how to feel." So, through the howling storm, Grumo shielded Lila with his heavy, cold body. And when the sun returned the next day, much of the valley had changed, but there, between the stone and the earth, Lila still stood. The next spring, something miraculous happened. Flowers began to grow around Grumo, flowers that had never dared before. The ground near him had become rich, warmer somehow. Some said it was the magic of time. Others believed it was the power of friendship. But all agreed that Grumo was no longer a lonely, cold stone. His shadow no longer dimmed the world, it sheltered it. In time, as all flowers do, Lila withered. But her seeds remained tucked into Grumo's cracks. Each year, new blossoms sprouted there. And though the stone remained silent, something inside him glowed. For once, long ago, a little flower had spoken to him and had taught him to feel. Moral of the story: sometimes, those who seem cold or distant on the outside are simply waiting for someone to see them. With patience, kindness, and genuine care, we can discover warmth in the most unexpected places. True friendship grows not from similarities, but from compassion and the willingness to understand. Thank you for joining me for this story. I hope The Flower and the Stone touched your heart and left you with something to think about. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so more people can discover stories like this one. See you in the next video.